right into your ears, isn't it? Apologize.
Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the February 6, 2025 Accounts Payable Meeting. We'll call the meeting to order. I would ask for approval of the minutes of the January 23rd, 2025 meeting.
So move.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Administrator Murphy. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carried. Review and approve accounts payable vouchers. Anybody, Commissioner Martis?
We're on the 130.
You're on 128 and 24.
This has got to be it, isn't it?
128.
Okay. Oh, down. He's looking at the date down here. Got it. Oh, let me see. We're just looking for questions, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get there. Give me time.
Okay, well, I'll start out while you're there.
I was just talking potholes 7 minutes ago. It takes me a minute to change.
You're going from road commission to
Go ahead.
paying the bills,
That's
right?
right. Go
Does
ahead.
it sound like home?
A little bit.
Paul, on page 5, Public Defender's Office, just a quick question. The law firm of William Amado, I guess it is. Anyways, I'm used to those conflict or defender ones coming in from $500 to $700, and all of a sudden these were like 22, 1,800 and 12. Are those a number of cases, or were they big cases, or?
So these are not a number of cases, they're the 3 cases, however, it is over a large span of time.
Okay. So versus the other ones that we get that are 500 or 600 or just on a every 30-day basis?
Yes, the different attorneys,
Okay.
some charge every month for all their cases, some charge by the case.
Got it. And then on page 7 of the 128 run on the treasurer's office, MTT docket for $26,000 for Derby Favorites LLC. Is that a rebate on taxes?
Yes, I believe this was they brought it to,
Tax tribunal.
yes, and then was determined that it was reduced tax value, so we had to return a portion of the summer and winter taxes.
Wow, big one.
Do we know what that entity does?
I do not.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah,
I can,
That's all right.
Derby Favorites LLC. I don't know either. Those were all I had on 128. Anything on 128, Commissioner Martis?
Yes, let me see, page 2. I see a refund bond from the county clerk's office. I'm used to seeing those from, like the drain commission, but this is a $5,500 bond from the clerk's office. What's,
yes, this is a criminal bond.
okay. All I need to know.
Who is Kenneth Dean Myers?
That is.
Attorney?
No, that
A
is the
plaintiff or-
individual that had paid the bond.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I see a couple payments to Manpower. I presume that's temporary employees.
No, we have meals prepared by Manpower
Ah.
for the Department on Aging and the jail.
Got it. Okay. And I gotta make a note on that. I see on page 5 that there's a bill for $1,700 for toners.
For Bergman,
Yeah,
Prosecutor Bergman.
right.
Yes, they handle a certain portion of our cases, and we have to provide supplies to be in compliance with that contract.
Okay.
If
He either has a lot of cases or he bought a big amount.
I would say that's a lot. don't know that I had anything else on this. Wait a minute. Page 7, and these are just general questions, but I see a number of garnishments. And it's in the jail. Is this inmates or is this employees?
These are inmates. I know that we had a backlog of those just
Okay.
from some transitioning issues.
Sure.
And I do not believe we're using that company anymore. So let's see them.
Okay, good.
Well, that's a good question. So garnishments, these are inmates in the jail. Garnishments are taking somebody's wages that are committed to somebody. I mean, how do they make money in the jail?
So these, I believe, are individuals that have exited the jail but still owe.
Okay,
Oh, I see.
gotcha.
Okay. Page 8, and these again are just general questions because I don't always understand your abbreviations, but these what's the division here? Is it LISD? Oh, Treasurer's Office. What's the interest payments? Like section number 1325. They're small numbers. Just wonder what the interest like to Adrian Township, Dover, Madison.
I believe these are settlement payments. We collect taxes from those areas and a portion of those go back to the townships and different.
And then if there's some, if we hold it, there must be some interest that accrues to their benefit then that we pay. during
I
that
will
time.
have to speak with the treasurer regarding that.
I mean, they're small amounts. I just wasn't expecting to see interest money there, I guess.
Commissioner, if I might.
Oh, yes, sir.
Interject, from my previous experience. The treasurers are required to, remit that money within a certain amount of time of collecting, and if that time overlaps, I believe that's what this interest would be. Again, just a day or two maybe.
Right.
On
Well, that
interest.
makes sense. Okay, thank you for that. And then finally on that page, this whole bunch of line items that begin with SET up to the various townships.
That was the previous answer. I thought those were the payments you were looking for. This is
Oh, I
where
mean,
we're,
these here.
yep, that is when we're settling with those municipalities we had collected taxes on.
So what does SET stand for? Is that state equalization,
State education.
education tax? That makes sense. Sorry. I'll get there. I'll get there.
Fine.
That's everything I got on that one.
So the next one we have would be the run on 2-4. I have one on printing and purchasing on page 6. For prosecutor, MB, chair, mat, ribbons, fusers for $1,000. That supply parts for whoever who's prosecutor MB.
Um, I'm not certain on what that acronym is off the top of my head. It looks like we had to set up an additional office. Those are just the chair, mat, ribbons, fuser were the things that
Oh, okay.
we had all purchased all of those. That's what consists of the whole $1,000. And it's quite possible that there are other things on that. It's just as many as you could list in the description.
Go ahead, Administrator Murphy.
And keep in mind that we have moved a portion of the prosecutor's office over to the annex building into the lower level. We had hoped to have them all moved over there earlier in the year. We had that flooding issue that has been remediated and the office has been reset up. So they are still moving some staff from one place to another. So it will be times when we do have to order a new chair mat or a chair or something just to get everyone set up.
Okay, perfect. On page 7, I think I've asked this before, but Attorney Michael Brooks sent a bill for $4,500. So that's 1 month's worth of service?
Yes, we pay Michael Brooks a flat amount for all of his probate work for the month. It was determined that it was more
Equitable?
Cost effective.
equitable, thank you, cost effective to pay
Paying
him
by
a
the
flat
month and do
amount.
individual cases. Okay, very good. Thank you. Actually, that's all I have.
So back to page 6, we see a bill from DNP for $398. It looks to me like these are all maybe tied to setting up a new office or
I believe that is just his monthly bill. There
Really?
was an additional. There was an additional charge for, I think, phone setups.
okay. Just if it's all the same office, it looks like the chair, mat, ribbons, toner, and this internet connection may be all tied to moving somebody into a different location or something.
So those are the prosecutor's office is housed over in the annex.
Right.
Mr. Brueggemann has his own office that he works out of, and we contract with him to handle.
Sure. Okay, and then just so I understand how this flows, we see in the health department, page 4, this rent of $13,000 and the Lenawee County Treasurer's paying rent in a section called the health department.
I believe that is getting paid to the Lenawee County Treasurer. That is rent for the Human Services Building.
Okay,
Administrator Murphy?
Mr. Abler is correct. The Human Services Building has a number of state, federal, and local tenants which pay monthly rent, including our own departments. The health department is a non-general fund department, and so they do pay rent, and we have a rental agreement with them. So that is a monthly cost that you will see coming out of that one, as well as Department on Aging and a number
Sure.
of other ones.
okay, thank you. That's just for my own understanding.
Anybody else? Okay. Hearing none, let me get back to mine. A motion would be in order to pay the vouchers.
I so move.
Support.
A motion by Commissioner Barr, supported by Administrator Murphy. Discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Other business? Is there any other business to be brought before the Accounts Payable Committee? Is there any public comment? Welcome, Sheriff. Welcome, Commissioner. Okay, if not, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
so move.
Support.
We have a motion to adjourn. All those by Commissioner Martis, supported by Administrator Murphy. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries. We are